Hello and welcome to another episode
Hello,
of
my name is
Ray
Ray. I'm
Berates.
gonna met fuck.
I'm gonna neck fuck.
This is terrible. Um, Nafi, what's your name?
Naffy.
Hello, that's Nafi. That's the host of our amazing show.
Am
My
I?
name is
I didn't
my
even
name is
watch the movie
Gali.
twice.
My name is
Jeff.
Nick. I'm
Jeff.
Nick.
Jeff.
My name is Nick. Last name Jeff. Nick Jeff.
Uh, he's the third wheel. He doesn't need to introduce himself. Okay, let's start.
And number three right there, he has a parrot because we're playing Minecraft and we're talking about a movie that we all watched recently.
Oh
I
my
am
god.
number three. Yeah, and the movie we all watched recently was a movie called Gundala. Um, just before we go into the synopsis, what are your all like? What was the experience of like actually watching it for you? Did you watch it like? I guess with the world like it is, we all watched it at home. I would assume.
Ow. I had a big
Uh-huh.
ass flat screen TV with Netflix playing on it, and I was actually watching the third episode of Dragon Maid, and I don't know what a Gundala is.
Okay. I watched it when it came out in 2019 in theaters with my dad,
You watched it with a
and
bigger TV? No.
um, yeah. So Gundala, for those of you uninitiated, is a Indonesian superhero movie directed by Joko Anwar, and I also
Oh
think
my
written
god.
by Joko Anwar, based on the eponymous Gundala from the Bumi Langit comic universe.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
a film adaptation of that universe. It's a bit of a dark, gritty kind of superhero flick. Um,
Is it really dark?
should, yeah. Well, I think by the standards of what superhero movies are nowadays, should
What?
I start?
No,
Like the
Marvel
MCU and
movies.
stuff.
No, they're just as dark. What are you talking about?
I mean, in tone,
What? You mean just like
like
it's
in tone.
colored black most of the
No, no, no,
time?
no, 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 no. I mean, like the MCU, they're like half action movies, half like comedies, right? Like
Half
fucking
no,
Endgame had the
there's a
Hulk.
bunch of drama in there as well. How are they half
Yeah.
comedies? There's barely any jokes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. The quips. The quips are the jokes.
And there's like five jokes. Good job.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Should I start the synopsis on Gundala?
Yes. Go for it.
Okay.
You could just reread the Wikipedia page.
I'm not going to because I don't know.
You wanna
It's
just like
fun on a level.
you
Hmm?
wanna just tell the movie by memory, like everything you remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched it right before we hopped onto this Minecraft world, and I actually did take notes while I was watching it. So
Holy shit. That's more
yeah,
effort than
let's see.
anyone else did here.
Yeah. Okay.
I just watched it.
So
Nothing would annoy me if you didn't.
yeah. So Gundala is a movie about this kid named Santaka, and we start the movie when he's a wee lad, and we get to see his tragic backstory where his dad is murdered in a workers like strike against his company,
Against
uh,
this company.
and his dad's stabbed to death. And because his dad's
Lol.
dead, his mom has to go out of town to work, and for some reason that is
For
not like
some
clearly
reason.
explained in the movie. She never comes back. So
Uh,
their boy Sanchaka is kind of left alone in the dirt,
no.
and because of that, he becomes a bit of a street urchin, and has to learn how
Wait,
to survive on his own.
you missed a
He
very
meets this.
important detail.
Oh yeah, he gets struck by lightning.
Yes.
Remember that because it's going to be important later. He gets struck by lightning, and so he's on the street. He's a street urchin, and
Oh,
he he
hold on.
learns how to survive on his own. He meets this edgy, cool teen who trains him how to fight, and then after some shenanigans with after some shenanigans, we cut to future, it's the present, and Sanchaka's a hot man now, and he works at a newspaper company.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it's sort of like a newspaper printing like outfit. Um, and Sanchaka's working at this newspaper printing press, and the world is just shit. There's gangs everywhere. Everybody's looting each other and robbing each other and burning each other's property. It's just real bad. It gets worse when this gangster guy named Pekong, I think it's his name, Pekong.
Pecan.
He he
Uh,
poisons the rice supply to make all the pregnant women have children who don't have morals. That's the evil plan
To
for
not
this
have
superhero
whatever that
movie.
means.
Whatever that means, even the movie acknowledges that that's kind of meaningless. Um, then after that, uh, Gundala, he he's defending the community against some people who want to burn their shit down. And then it turns out being struck by lightning gives him superpowers for some reason. He becomes super strong and he can shoot lightning out of his hands.
Fuck yeah.
And so he's like, "Oh damn, I got lightning powers. I'm going to use this to fight for the people, I guess." Um, and after some lengthy plot shenanigans, our good friend Sanchaka, he he uncovers the. He doesn't really uncover anything actually. He inspires the people to fight against oppression and
something.
the gangster. I'm really losing the thread, I think.
Uh,
Um. Fuck. Hold on. Okay. So how the poisoning the women thing resolves is that the government sends out a serum to cure the women who have been poisoned. But then turns out the no morals poison thing, that was never real. That was just a plot so that they can roll out the vaccine that will actually make all the babies handicapped. And
wait,
that's the villain's true evil plan.
wait, no. I want to
Um,
question one thing. Was the original poison not real? Was that a detail I missed?
yes.
Wait,
So
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's been
think
said that.
yeah,
they
it was
did?
never gonna like destroy the children's morals or it like
What?
that was not the actual plan.
Wait, so they explicitly said
No,
that was never the plan, and they just poisoned the rice supply for a serum that did nothing?
I
Yes,
mean
yes.
it did do something.
Yeah, we'll get to
It
this
did
later.
something.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
gonna finish. I'm gonna finish off my summary for a bit here. While all this is happening, our good friend Sanjaka Gundala, he kills the bad guys' henchmen, and then he doesn't kill the main bad guy. He gets shot by a governor, and then
Uh, what?
Gundala saves the
Yeah, what?
day by grabbing a bottle of the serum and using sonic frequencies to use his lightning powers to blow up every single bottle of that contains the serum, the vaccine, thus saving the day.
Hold on a
Yay.
second. Okay,
What a
there
hero.
was some inconsistencies from what you said and from what I watched. First of
Okay.
all, he did sort of finish off that mafia guy, and he wasn't shot by the governor person. The evil dude did get shot.
No, like Pencor got shot by the guy with the gray beard, right?
Yeah,
He was a governor. He was in the cabinet.
yeah, I know.
But he was
Yeah,
shot.
so he was shot. Yeah, so he
You
was
said
shot.
earlier
Yeah.
that you said earlier that he didn't kill the bad guy because he was shot Did you mean he the first he was referring to Gundala and the second he was referring to the bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
You got that out of the way.
yeah.
There was
I
another
would
one,
like,
I also forgot.
yeah. So that's my mangled summary. I'm not gonna
Um,
have you guys take responsibility for it. Um,
I
what? Yeah. Okay. So before we get at our specific opinions, in general, how did you feel about this movie? Like, did you like it? Did you think it was okay? What's the read here?
It was honestly pretty average.
Ray, you slimy little child. You don't understand. It's the only good movie he's ever made. I've watched all the other ones. They're all garbage. They're all snuff films.
Okay, but you do. That said, you do like this one, right?
I only liked it out of comparison.
Well, I am
Okay.
I'm judging the movie without watching the other movie. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remain unbiased here.
Yeah, this
Like,
episode is just about Gundala. You can tear into the other ones whenever you talk about the other ones.
okay, as a movie, like, by itself, comparing it to another movie, okay, the MCU movies, those
Right,
ones, this is a lot less, like, polished and professional. It's what it's trying to be, but it's just a cheap knockoff.
right. I mean, okay. First time I watched this 2 years ago, I was very unkind to this movie. I feel I did not like it much at all, really. I felt that the plot was kind of meandering and like didn't really make sense, and like I feel like the villain's plan is a little too golden age comic book nonsense for a setting that is otherwise pretty like you know
Modern.
Yeah.
like grim.
I believe the villain's
Um,
motive and the way he did it, like the execution was definitely the worst thing about this movie. But that's just me.
yeah, yeah. But rewatching it now, it's fine. It's a
Yeah.
gun to my head. Yeah. You forced me to give it like a number rating. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, maybe.
Like, what are you comparing it to? What would you give an MCU movie?
Um, like a 7 out of 10. I'm not the biggest fan of those movies.
Yeah, same.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think they're perfectly serviceable action movies, and that's really all they are to me.
Like, would you recommend it to someone if someone asked for
No,
an action movie to
I
watch?
mean, yeah, no, I probably recommend like I don't
Eh,
know, like a fucking kung fu movie.
like, I mean, I would say the action movies are actually pretty well, like, you could understand what's happening compared to
Yeah.
an American action scene where it has cuts all over the place. This has pretty good
Oh,
action.
yeah. You were talking about. You were talking about Gundala. Yes, I. That's one of the great things about this movie is the action. I think the choreography is really
Yeah, the
well
action is
realized.
really the only part I liked about it.
Eh. Oh, fuck. An
Yeah,
enchanted book.
yeah. So um I did like write notes while I was watching the movie. I'm gonna go through them. If you guys want to like interject or like comment, feel free to do so.
Uh,
All right,
wait,
first
one
thing
more
that's
thing about the action
yeah,
movies. The CGI didn't look
yeah,
bad either. The lightning was pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
It's pretty well integrated. Okay, first note I took the first theme that shot out at me. Uh,
Like
there's
lightning.
definitely like lightning. There's definitely a class thing going on, right? Like an economic class thing,
You mean
because
like a
the movie
hierarchy?
starts with a workers' strike.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like Gundala, his dad was killed in that like worker strike, and Gundala like is definitely like presents himself as a hero of the common man. Like and that's contrasted against the like the head of that like factory who we never actually get to see, so he's just like a faceless voice, and also just like the rich excess of the political upper class. And okay, so like the class divide is definitely like, a big theme in this movie, and it's definitely presented as, like a problem. What do you guys can you guys parse what the message about class
Uh,
divide is, other than it's bad?
That's not really what I thought about it. I thought it was mostly about oppression, which I guess is the same thing.
I thought it was mostly about
Yeah,
like corrupt politicians.
yeah, but like there's definitely a like part of it that's about the working class, right? Because like
I don't know
all
the
the
working
heroes
class.
are working class people. Like Gundala, he works in a printing press. Same with his like old mentor dude. Same with
Oh,
the love interest. Um, and like all the people he helps are also working class people. The people in the marketplace. Um, so he's definitely on the side of like the the lower to working class kind of people.
what?
Um, but like
Are
I
are you saying
can't
the
tell.
message is to rebel and
No,
revolutionize?
no, okay, but here's the thing that I was gonna say. It's about like class struggle, right? And there's a bunch of like workers strikes in this movie. I don't know if it's pro workers like
Strike.
striking against their boss, because
What?
none of the strikes work. Like
What? No,
like the
just because it
like
happens in the movie and the villain does it, that doesn't mean it's
no,
pro
no,
that,
no, no, no.
right?
Okay, no, no, no. So
No,
the first like
Where did it
workers
work?
demonstration, the first workers demonstration that Sanchaka's dad takes part in, right? That one kills him, kills his dad, and like doesn't work as far as
Oh.
we know. Yeah, the second one we see is the one in Pekong's backstory, and that one also doesn't work. That like falls apart because of infighting, and it like births the villain, so it's kind of presented as a bad thing, right?
So you're saying it's like anti-protest, anti-rebel?
Yeah, that's
no,
no,
certainly not.
no, no. My question is, I don't
Question is,
know really what it's
huh?
trying to say, because like it has
It's kind
those.
of teetering on both sides.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like,
Like protest, but don't go too far with it. That sort of thing.
You have
yeah,
to obtain lightning powers to defeat your boss. That's the
yeah.
only moral.
It's weird. It's fucking. I don't know. It's just I don't know where this movie lands on like the conflict. Okay.
Like, I mean, this is just on
Um.
the aspect of whether the workers striked or not, whether the protest worked or not. There's a bunch of other morals
Yeah.
that the movie tells you from like Gundala
Yeah. Yeah.
himself,
It's
right?
yeah. That's another thing with the movie. There's like a lot here, and I don't know if it like all works together that well.
I love the villain's plan.
Okay. What's my next? Okay, here's a question. Not specifically of this movie, but of the Bumi Langit cinematic universe that's like gonna happen.
Holy shit.
You guys think the cool mentor kid in the training montage is gonna like come back in the future movie as like a new hero?
Like, my
Uh,
brother and I watched this movie together, and we sort of made a bet on what are the odds that that kid is gonna show up again as one of Pekong's henchmen. He
Oh,
said that his
oh,
network
that's
is
a good
big.
plot point.
that would have been cool, and like that would have actually like given
You made a better
an
movie.
emotional, yeah, an emotional connection with the henchman, right? That'd be a cool
Yeah,
idea, actually.
I did. I mean, he didn't come back in the movie, in the same movie. I was like really expecting him to. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah. It
yeah,
it
he just sort of
feels like,
disappeared.
yeah, like either he's one of the henchmen, or maybe like I don't know, he's related to um Sanchaka's like love interest in some way, because like
No.
he went southeast, and she's from the southeast too. So like, I don't know, maybe
Like I
like
Yeah,
was
it
that's kind
trying.
of
feels.
a sketch, to be honest. I mean, his what's her name? That girl he worked with. She
I
had
didn't. I
something to do
didn't
with his
write down.
mom.
Yeah, I didn't write down her name. Yeah, she's got something to do
She's
with his
hot.
mom. Um.
That's really
All right.
all the connections we know.
Yeah.
Can you guys like even
Um.
decipher what that little kid's motive is to train Gundala, like, or anyone at all? Did he just have a
I think he's
golden
just.
heart, like just one of the
Yeah, I think
few?
he's just. Yeah, I think he's just supposed to be like, oh, he acts like an asshole, but he's actually like got a heart of gold. I think he's just that kind of character.
Yeah,
Not really. I mean,
I don't wanna believe it's that simple, but
But it's what we're
I'm
shown in the
believing.
movie. So.
Yeah.
All right. Related to the love interest we mentioned, um, I don't, I don't dislike the romance like subplot they kind of introduce, but it goes nowhere, and I'm not interested in it at all.
It
uh,
didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it
It
goes
didn't even.
nowhere.
I don't remember her.
I don't even feel like it started. Like there was
There
one
was
moment,
like,
and
yeah, there's one moment
I mean, could that even
that,
be classified as a love interest? I thought she was just like a woman character in the movie that interacts with Sanchaka.
yeah, yeah, but like
yeah, that's
the movie presents her as kind of a love interest in that moment. So
Really? Like in what way? I forgot.
like her kid brother goes like, yeah, she's cooking breakfast for you. I think it's because she likes you. And then like
Oh,
we
yeah,
get,
okay.
yeah,
yeah.
the camera like focuses on her like outfit, which is a
Big
different outfit, like
chest.
a cuter outfit, I guess,
Yeah, a
and like what
more
feminine one. And
yeah.
yeah, and when Sanchaka like asks her about it, she gets like flustered, and that's
Okay.
the romance.
I guess that's enough.
Yeah. I don't even remember her name. I remember her kid brother's name, but not her. Which
I
I
think
don't remember any of their names.
I think she was the
uh
character that also told Kuzi Gundala where his mother was, like in a hospital
yeah,
somewhere.
she was, but that's like okay, that's another thing with this movie. The stuff that's like sequel setup kind of
Oh.
I feel like it gets in the way.
It feels a bit
No.
forced, to say the least.
I mean, the
Like,
the other thing I
oh
remember about the sequel being set up was at the very end of the movie where the other evil guy was saying, "Oh, we found this ancient relic from the past. We're gonna revive
Yeah,
it."
yeah,
yeah.
That was at the very end.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
didn't interrupt anything.
I
No,
didn't
no.
really.
We had a few other scenes with them, like
Oh, I see. I don't
interspersed,
remember. Okay, yeah,
where
you're
like
right.
yeah. On that note, though, on the note of like that sequel bait, so those guys' plan for breaking the evil ancient dude out of the glass is to have Gundala do the supersonic wave that breaks all of the glass vials that also breaks that glass, right? Like that's what happens.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
How did they know Gundala would do the supersonic wave?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't particularly understand that. Maybe
I
like
assumed like they had an ancient tome that was related to both of the heroes being like about
Yeah.
them, you know? So there
Okay.
would be information
So
about both of those heroes from the past, and
so
he
it's
survived.
okay. But like even if they knew his abilities, like this is a very specific situation that was engineered to like do this. Like, okay, is does this imply that the whole movie's plan was really more about these guys than like Pekong?
yeah,
Uh, I mean, it was just a simple little, a few scenes about them talking about another hero, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a weird like it's weird that this movie like um because like not to bring up the MCU like because in my defense, that's definitely what this whole cinematic universe is trying to like replicate, right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, like the thing with Iron Man, like that first movie, is that there legitimately was just no connection with any other superhero. It was just Iron Man. Also, there's a creeper. I died.
Lol. I've just been fishing
Nice.
this
Okay.
whole time. This will
Yeah,
be very diegetic with the podcast.
yeah, but like fucking that movie worked really well because it was first and foremost like an Iron Man movie with absolutely no other
Like,
like thing
plan to
connecting it to a bigger,
continue the
wider
sequels.
universe. Yeah, other than the end credit scene, and that's it. And I feel like Gundala should have done like the same thing, um, because like otherwise you add these scenes and like you fuck up the pacing of the movie a bit.
Eh, I don't think it really
See,
dampened my experience with the whole thing. I thought it was just a quick way to like put in a few shots to
Okay.
set up the next movie.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I guess it just bothered me because
Lol.
I saw it so blatantly as, hey, we're gonna make another one of these.
Lol. Wait,
Um,
you
it sort of
mentioned
screams at your
okay.
face. No.
yes, Naf?
You mentioned this whole new, we're gonna set up a new movie thing right when the mother was being re-put into the movie again by that girl. So like I thought the mother was going to be the next movie.
What?
Ah, whatever.
No, the sequel bait is all the stuff with the ancient guy and the superheroine that shows up at the end.
I mean, I just wanted to say,
1 second.
okay, Ray.
Napkin, did you like see the thing after the credit?
That was bait for the next movie, right? They're gonna revive a new villain or something, or hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just want to make sure we were on
Okay.
the same
yeah.
page.
Um, okay. Going back a little bit, so the moment that like adult Sanchaka like awakens, like is exposed to lightning for the first time, like as an adult, is like it's in a fight scene in the factory, right?
Yeah?
Mm,
Wait, was it in a
Um,
fight scene or was it
Wait.
just him being struck by lightning?
it was after a fight scene after he got thrown off the roof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing, very small thing. I love how this factory has a bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
Like
Yeah,
just a
I
very
was wondering about that. What was that?
I don't even
I don't know. I just love that there's a bottomless pit in this factory, and like it's treated like a video game bottomless pit too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're talking about that bottomless pit where they just shove in a bunch of people or like villains in there. Even
yeah,
one of the
yeah, yeah,
henchmen.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think this movie is very good at the like
Because
the
of the
first half.
bottomless pit.
No, no, no. I think the first act of this movie is very good with the with Child Sanchaka. Because speaking of Child Sanchaka's actor, I forgot his name. I looked it up beforehand, but
Creepy.
that kid is very good. I like his performance in this movie. I really feel for him in those opening
Yeah.
scenes.
I don't remember much about him. I don't even remember him looking much like adult Sanchaka at all. He's just kind of a fat
No,
boy.
they look yeah, they
No,
look
they look
incredibly
really
different.
different.
Yeah. But that kid, I think, gave a really swell performance. Honestly, probably better than Adult Sanchaka because Adult Sanchaka is a stone brick of a man.
I thought both are stone bricks. I
I
don't
mean,
remember the little child Sanchaka having much dialogue either.
he mostly just said mom and
Yeah,
Yeah, but I feel like his face journeys were much more compelling than Adult Sanchaka's.
yeah.
don't remember.
Um, what else? What else? What else? Um, okay, okay. So here's the thing with the villain's plan.
Oh no.
Another thing, because like we're meant to take the no morals thing as like the actual threat, right? Like before we
Uh,
figure out the twist, that's what we're supposed to think is the actual threat.
what? The what
Yep.
twist? what
the
threat?
twist that the twist that the poison doesn't actually like do anything, right?
Oh, the what threat?
Yeah.
The threat that the threat that like, oh, the next generation is gonna be no morals, like that's the threat of the
Okay.
poison, right? Initially,
Yeah.
that threat never really like felt like very, that never felt like a very weighty threat, because it feels like in this movie, we're already in a no moral generation because everybody in this movie
Oh
feels
my
like a fucking
god.
animal.
Y'all
Yeah, I was
realize the
gonna
same
say
thing.
that. Yep,
Yeah.
we were on the same page. I found a mine shaft.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
just wasted my entire fishing rod. Okay.
Yeah. Like, this movie has a very grim view on humanity, I feel.
Oh, Jesus. I think it was just like because it's a movie, I had to exaggerate the situation of the society that I was in. I don't think it was
Yeah.
really forced.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's. I feel like there's a limit until the amount of gangs roaming around Jakarta is so much that you feel, how is this still a functional city?
Okay, fair enough.
Like, what
Okay, so
in this society is worth a superhero saving it?
that's a good question. How many gangs does it take for it to justify a superhero?
All of it, I guess. It's. I feel like this is very similar to like the whole idea that superheroes are kind of like the sort of debated idea of whether or not a superhero is inherently like an authoritarian idea, because it's like one dude who you have to rely on to like protect you from the roaming band of villains and like barbarians, you know?
I mean, you don't have to rely on them. Nobody's saying that.
But yeah, but like in the movies, like they are presented as the solution, right?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I guess they
Like
do solve all
like
the
like no
problems.
one's no one's saying that, but like that, but it's implied by what happens on screen.
Okay. I guess they do solve all
Yeah,
the problems that the movie presents 90% of the time. Okay.
yeah. This is another small thing about Gundala, but it's very funny to me that in the logic of this movie, whenever Sanchaka gets hit by lightning, it's presented as very like painful, right? But the
Yeah.
thing that makes it not painful for him is to have him be struck
Use
by
his
lightning,
ear.
but there's a metal thing in between them.
What? I don't
Like,
remember
okay,
Yeah,
that plot point.
I thought it was because of his ears or something.
like maybe, but like the first time it happens is when he like sticks his, I guess it is his ear to like a
Yeah,
metal pole.
Uh,
But why would his
he
ear be the thing that makes it not hurt?
he said it to that old guy that if he gets struck on the ear, it doesn't hurt, and that's
Okay.
why he decided to put the antenna on his ears instead of literally anywhere else on his body.
Yeah. Another thing, I guess about that is, I do you guys feel it's a problem that Gundala's power set doesn't feel very like explained?
was that a
He
problem?
absorbs lightning and he used it later. That's literally all I. That's all I know.
Yeah, like, I don't, it feels like the fact that he has lightning powers, I guess it doesn't matter like to the plot, like because it's the big last big thing he does is with lightning powers. But in terms of like the action, I never felt like he like used them a lot.
I mean, he can't constantly be shooting off lightning. But I guess it
Yeah,
wasn't explained either, so
yeah.
I mean,
Oh fuck.
I
Okay.
feel like it's has just as much what's the word?
Mm.
Like legitimacy as being like put into a big vat of radioactive waste.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, this isn't related to Gundala specifically, but like can you actually think of a superhero whose backstory is that he was dumped in a vat of acid waste, of toxic
Uh,
waste?
I don't know, but it's such a cliche that's been made fun of so many times. I don't actually know where that comes.
yeah.
The closest I can think of right now is like Spider-Man, because like I think the spider,
Oh,
I think the
Yeah, the
uh,
spider is radioactive.
speaking of
yeah
spiders, that guy that was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, he fell into a vat of electric waste
eels.
or something.
No, he fell into a vat of eels.
Oh, eels. Yeah.
The fucking Blanca ass motherfucker. So good. Um, okay. We've been talking a lot about the heroes, about Gundala specifically, but I do want to talk about the villainous henchman that
Yeah,
Pancor has.
Yeah.
The fucking violin dude was
Oh, that
hilarious.
guy. Yeah.
I
Like,
like him.
I
just
like him too. It's just it feels like he's in the wrong movie.
just the mere idea of why the fuck is his violin also a sword is funny.
Also, the way he dies is it's shot like a comedy.
Yeah, I don't think they
Yeah,
ever explained like who the driver was or how I was even
I
there.
don't think they wanted it to be taken seriously. I feel.
Yeah, no, I don't think like I think that's just a random guy. I think that was just a person who was driving and then this fucking insane person with a violin like when like on the street like and then he just like hit him because he was going too fast.
Oh
To be fair, that's
god.
his fault. That's completely his fault. He shouldn't go
Yeah,
around running, walking backwards
yeah,
in the middle of the street, laughing your hearts out.
yeah. I love that Gundala like doesn't actually like beat him. Like he just his that guy died because he didn't look both ways before crossing the street, which is a very funny way for someone to die in a
That's it.
superhero movie.
We figured it out. That's it. That's the moral of the story.
Look both ways.
Look both
He didn't
ways.
watch the Odd Ones Out videos.
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Speaking of the violin guy, though,
Uh-huh.
um, so like in the movie, the thing that like sets off Gundala's heroic journey is like figuring out who burned down the marketplace, right?
Uh
Uh,
huh.
And it's revealed later that it was that guy, it was the violin guy who ordered the marketplace to be burned.
really? Okay.
Yes, it was. Like they say
Wait.
it explicitly.
Yeah. It was
Did
originally
we?
thought to be those that
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
arranged
but
marriage, and then suddenly the
yeah, yeah,
poison thing started.
yeah. But like, did we ever get a reason as to why he wanted to burn down the marketplace?
No,
Mm,
no, he just started
we
laughing his
didn't.
heart out.
I
I
swear
don't
there was
get.
some reason. Like,
Yeah,
uh, okay, continue.
it, like it's such a big part of the plot, right? Like it's the inciting incident for him becoming Gundala, but like I don't know what it means for the story. It's just such a
Yeah.
weird thing. This story feels so. This feels like a first draft. Like this script feels like a
Okay.
first draft.
God, the
This is a
villain's
bit
plan is
of
even
a
worse.
stretch, kind of dark here, but maybe it was completely planned for him to be there so that he can activate his whole Gundala powers and shatter the glass later on in the movie. But that's a bit too
What?
elaborate to be believable.
I mean,
What
the whole
kind?
plan in this movie is too elaborate to be believable.
Fair enough, I guess.
How could they think that forward? Like they wanted a super villain to have a plan so they could incite a hero to come up and use his superhero powers to help the villain in some way. What?
Isn't that violin guy part of the whole Pekong thing? So it would make sense for
He,
him to
He
do
was related to
that.
Pencor.
yeah, he is, but like that. I don't think that was ever Pencor's plan. Like, I don't like. Okay, So I guess a way you can explain this is that the guy at the end was like manipulating Pencor, but like I can't tell in what way. Like he seemed to only be a right-hand man who didn't like contribute ideas or anything.
Pencor did say before he died that his magnum opus is already, like his master plan is already in motion,
Oh
and
my
then it
god.
cut, and then it showed that thing with the villain. So I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised if that was actually
Yeah.
his plan.
Okay. But how did he know that God, I forgot his name already. How did he know that Sanchaka was like would be there? I don't fucking okay.
Yeah,
I guess that's
Yeah,
another
that's
thing.
another
Like,
question.
why was
I guess
Sanchaka anywhere? How did he know where the violin dude was? How did he know to be anywhere when he was being Gundala?
Oh,
He was just
the
conveniently there.
the violin guy. It was actually because some crook told him, like, "Hey,
What?
yo, you think we know that you think that we can
Oh
burn down the." Yeah,
yeah, it was the gangsters. There's so fucking much in this movie.
Oh my god.
So much shit happens in this movie.
Yep.
yeah.
I watched it like it was 2 hours, but when the first time I watched it, it felt like 4. It felt like I was watching Endgame.
I mean,
I had to take so many mental notes to figure out what to talk about because there's so much.
Hmm.
Oh,
this was
hello. No,
incredibly
no, no,
dense
go away.
instead
I
of
don't
just
like you.
kind of bland and boring.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Another thing, I don't get Pencor. I don't get what his plan is.
Like,
His plan
Because
is to revive the evil villain dude.
wait, no, that was
I
another
think.
guy. That was a different guy. I don't even think they were
yeah,
related.
no, yeah, no, like his whole like I'm gonna make all the babies crippled plan. I don't get that one because like how does
What's
that
the goal
benefit you?
there? Like, why was he trying to poison a bunch of pregnant
Yeah,
women?
I don't
Yeah, because
What does that
particularly
lead to?
understand that either. He said something at the end about unifying the people and the uh, politicians, something.
Huh?
But
yeah,
like,
like
I don't see how that's gonna work.
yeah, like I
I mean,
in
it
my
wouldn't
notes
work.
I just wrote down like what is the villain's ideology with like 4 question mark because I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think
My
we ever
my
will.
idea is still that he's working for that super villain dude that what ends up in shows up in the end.
But they
But
That's
never
fucking
interacted.
yeah, that's what I want to know.
yeah.
I mean,
That's and
it's been
also
shown.
yeah, even if that's true, like that's for the next movie if we ever find out. In this movie, Gundala's just fighting a guy he has no connection to, who doesn't seem to have a coherent ideology of his own. So like, it makes the fighting between them feel kind of meaningless.
I mean, they
I
did
mean,
have a big talk at the end. I don't remember what it was
Can you?
about.
Yeah, can you fucking parse the talk? Cause I can't.
Ray?
I couldn't figure out a single thing they said. I remember what they said, but I don't remember
Bye,
a
Nick.
single thing. I couldn't figure
Yeah,
out anything.
it's so
Um,
fucking.
Another thing,
Okay.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that Pencor has nothing to do with that final villain dude because we know that Pencor is at least familiar with the whole magic stuff. Because that
Yeah.
white robe dude, masseuse, whatever he's supposed to be,
Yeah.
that the
Huh?
guy that works for him,
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. I think his name's Ghana or something. Gazul.
that
Gandhi.
was
He says it in the end. He's like, I am Gazul, your humble servant, or whatever.
about that
Wait,
guy.
no, not that dude. The other dude, the one that like uses like puts up his hand, uses a little fireball, and tells people to sleep.
Oh,
Uh,
Sare. Yeah. I don't know his actual name. He just says Sare a lot. I assume he's like a
yeah,
Pokemon.
Like a
he
Pokemon.
works for Pencor, and I would assume that Pencor knows what he does.
Yeah.
So he's at least
We can
familiar with
only
the fact that
assume.
this sort of magic exists.
Yeah. But my thing with that is that even if that is the case, like all that like prophecy, like the dead king coming back and like all that shit. That's shit for like that's gonna be resolved in the next movie. I feel like I should have at least some resolution that happens in the first one, to get me hooked, right?
And are you hooked? I think you're
No,
way
I
too
don't
in.
care.
No,
I don't care
we've
about
been
like the
talking
next
for
one.
like what, an hour about Gundala, and you've been way into it.
I'm way
You
into talking
wanted
about.
to. You
Yeah.
asked us to.
Oh,
What
wait,
do
I
you
did.
want us to do now? Can make up your mind.
What? Well, I told you to, and then you did it, and then I'm telling you that you are. So, my plan
Okay.
worked.
Okay.
You're invested now. I did it.
Okay. Okay. We're not gonna talk about that the next one anyway, because Sri Asri is not gonna be directed by Joko Anwar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not.
Shame.
Let me check. Let me check the director on it. It's going to be directed by. Hold on. It's going to be directed by Miss Upi Avianto. I don't know what her other movies are.
It's gonna be directed by a woman?
Yeah.
Ew. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that
Okay.
magic dude because he genuinely, like, made me question the entire existence of Gundala's, like, world? Is there a genuine magical
'Cause
system or something? Like,
I mean, there
I
should be a magic system of some sort, like
I
power.
thought
I
it
mean
was.
Gundala got struck by lightning and got superpowers instead of dying or being seriously injured. So I should assume.
I thought it was based on like it was based on a bunch of comics, right?
Yes.
And that
Do you
comics
have you ever? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. He is a scientist in those comics, but he gets his lightning powers because he was like transported to a heaven kingdom, and he became the
What
prince
the
of that
fuck?
heaven kingdom.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
That's
all
actually
of
his backstory.
these like comics based on some Indonesian lore or legends or something?
I feel like
Not really.
What?
Like they have the aesthetics. They have the aesthetics of like a Southeast Asian like pantheon sort of deities stuff, but like it doesn't have to be like a one for one like mythological adaptation.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's definitely has a connection to it, but not direct. Not like what's it called in English?
What?
Those skin puppets.
Oh, why? Oh yeah, Wyong. It's just Wyong. Okay, I'm on his Wikipedia page. The comic version of Gundala, his backstory. In a comatose state, he was pulled by the power of another planet and was made into was made into like the Prince of Lightning or something.
Wait, are you talking about Gundala?
Yes, the comic book version of Gundala. That's his comic backstory.
But in this one, they just retconned all of that and just struck him with lightning.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of Gundala, actually, how do you guys feel about his costume in this movie?
Costume?
Yeah, like his costume. Yeah, like his costume. You know, the wing, the wing.
I legit only remember like a piece of like ragged clothing and like maybe some like those metal wings he had on his ears. Oh wait, no, he did
that's his
have
costume.
something at the end. He did have
Yeah, no,
something at the end.
He has two costumes. He has that first costume that's shit, and he has the second costume that was like bought for him with government money, I guess.
It wasn't made out of spandex. It was awful.
I don't remember.
Mm.
That's all
I
I'm
think,
gonna say.
yeah. I think the Gundala costume looks pretty good in motion, but like it definitely
I
looks bad
guess.
in like stills. One thing I do want to mention about the costume is on the poster. Whenever I see the Gundala costume on the poster now, all I can think of is the Among Us drip image.
God damn it.
Like, look at the costume on the poster. Look at the Among Us drip image.
I mean, it was just one solid color. I think if they, I don't know, would I've wanted it to be a bit more flashy? Like,
I
guess
think
it's made out of
some
leather.
color would have been good.
Yeah, it's just one. It's just brown.
Yeah. Have you seen like his costume and like okay, do you guys know about the webtoon of Gundala?
Nope.
No, I've literally just
Um,
watched the movie.
there's a webtoon of Gundala that the aesthetic is closer to like a a comic book sort of superhero deal where like it's spandex and stuff. And I'm gonna send you guys an image of the cover in the group chat.
I feel threatened.
I feel scared.
No, it's just a pretty standard like superhero costume. But, like I
Oh,
think
that looks
some
much
blue would have done some good for it, right? Like the movie costume, because as it stands, it's pretty brown and boring.
It looks like Robin from Batman, but just blue.
Yeah, it does really. Um, Sri Asri, um, the lady that shows up at the end, she's also in the webtoon. Um, oh yeah, she's kind of a cutie in this one.
What? Wait, the girl?
Yeah.
Holy
no, my
shit!
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Let me go to rule34.net. Give me a sec.
By the god.
Anime.
She's
Anime.
kind of
Anime.
pretty. Yeah.
Okay, this Gundala costume definitely looks way better. Maybe
Yeah.
it looks brown and weird on the movie because it was super dark. That's my take on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like this definitely fits the whole lightning thing way better than brown.
Yeah.
Oh.
Um.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, what did you find, Ashton?
The podcast is getting overrun by zombies. None of you can say anything until I kill this zombie. Okay, it's done.
Okay. While you're doing that, let me check. Let me check my notes. Is there anything else I wanna talk about?
Hey Gal, about that, if you've run out of notes, I actually took some like months ago when I watched it.
All right.
They were
What are they?
just the reminder or something. They're all plot holes that I found about the movie, and they're not genuine thoughts that I had. I guess they're
Okay.
not positive.
That's not. Yeah, that's also doesn't sound very fun to talk about, I guess.
But I
Eh.
but I like the movie overall because it was better
Okay.
than the other ones.
Yeah, sure. Do you think there's like a major plot hole that kind of breaks the story for you?
Like I said, the worst thing was just the villain's very complex plan is dumb.
Yeah. My real question for the villain is, why didn't you just cripple the babies the first time? Because it seems like you were able to poison the rice supply very easily.
I did see the detail where the first serum didn't poison the babies. I thought it did.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So, if he did cripple the babies the first time, then there won't be a mass panic, and Gundala wouldn't be inclined to use his lightning powers to break the glass.
I guess that's true. It's just very frustrating to me that like the movie seems more concerned with like making sure the sequel like more concerned with setting things up for the sequel in that regard to like
that is
this movie.
Not gonna lie.
Are you saying like the point of the serum was just to threaten the heroes to doing something?
It's to threaten the people to do something, yeah, pretty much.
Then like why not just might as well poison the babies for real at the same time?
Yeah. Like this movie's fine on its own, right? But like if there wasn't gonna be a sequel, like I don't know if this would have that much value as a standalone flick. Mm. Okay, yeah. Okay. The orphan assassins that Pencor sets out against Gundala. How did you feel about these guys?
Wait, who the hell are you talking about?
The you
Um,
know the
Fuck.
orphan soldiers that show up for the final fight against Gundala.
Oh, those
I have
henchmen?
several questions. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, hold on, hold on. I'm being smacked by magma.
I also only have one heart left and I'm surrounded by zombies.
I'm just in the house, guys.
I thought you left the game. Oh, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
ow! Fuck. Okay,
Anyway,
restart the
since you're dead.
podcast. I'm deleting everything.
Okay, these guys smack. These guys smack hard. Hold on. Hold on.
I mean, I can just
Okay.
go through all the mundane plot holes, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you not have any opinions on the assassin soldiers?
I don't
I
even
do.
remember who they were. I
There
just remember
was.
I
them.
don't
Hmm?
I don't like that. I don't like that bag girl. The one that uses that one
Yeah.
that screams too much.
The orphan assassin people are like way too like Hollywood crazy people for my taste. Like like oh these guys are crazy.
Yeah. I feel like they were trying too hard to show us that yes, these people are off, like completely off.
Yeah. There's no like gray area in this movie. I feel you're either
A good
you're
guy
either
or
a
a bad
violent
guy.
yeah you're either a violent lunatic or you're just some guy. Um, I like the fucking villain is like an old dude with like a scary like burn scar on his face who talks like, "Yes, Gundala, I'm here to extinguish the hope you represent."
I don't know.
Like this is the most like um comic book sort of like golden age villain I've ever seen, which like I would be fine with if the movie
It's like
had that
the
tone,
It did have that
but it
it's
tone.
like if
doesn't.
the director
Oh,
just
come
asked
on.
what subtlety.
Okay, I feel like the tone. I feel like the tone in like the first like part of the movie with like Kid Sanchaka doesn't really line up with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it did. It was about workers' force and they were getting strike, and it was about hierarchy, and they wanted to not be oppressed, so they rebelled. And that's exactly the thing with the second part. With the time skip.
That's that like I'm talking about like the tone of the movie, not like the themes of it.
Oh, well, tonally, I think the entire like movie was dark. Like it looked dark because it was made to look that way. They colored it that
Yeah,
way.
but it was like
Like I feel
I'm not
like
saying like visually. I'm saying like
what kind
The
of
atmosphere.
tone are you talking
the
about?
the atmosphere of it.
It was all oppressive.
But like it was a different like
It was a different kind of
it
oppression.
was a
One of them
different
was
kind
Persona
of like
5, one of them
dark
was Gundala.
like the fucking first act was a very sort of I feel like grounded kind of uh like oppressive sort of darkness, and the second half like the second and third act just kind of like go full on with like the wacky crazy people shit.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the first part wasn't that crazy. It is possible for a workers' force thing to happen, but I think tonally it was still structurally possible for an evil guy for Pencor to exist. Like, this isn't the type of coloring that you would use for like a romance movie or anything. It's
Yeah,
all
I
very
know.
dark and
I
thick.
know. Like like I think Pencor is fine, but I'm talking about like his weird orphan soldiers. Like I don't know if this is the type of movie where like the girl with the bag can exist, right? Like the college girl.
Yeah.
Like, are you talking about like I think it is though because it just is. It looks like it. I don't know. Aesthetic wise, I guess we just don't see eye to eye. I'm gonna
I'm
put
not
this
talking about
down.
aesthetics. I'm talking about like the like I guess I'm talking about the aesthetics, but the aesthetics of the writing, not the visuals of the movie.
Aesthetics of the writing. What the fuck are we talking about?
Like
The tone the
writing has,
writer is trying to deliver to
yeah,
the
like
Oh, wait, no, are you talking about like it's having conflicting stuff with Pencor having a very like I'm gonna rule the world with my plan and poison babies, and then there's this girl with a bag full of knives that can throw to people, and it's all wacky. Like
yeah,
one of them,
yeah.
there's a
yeah,
weird
like
serious thing.
he seems too silly for like a story that starts off with like a child's father being killed in a workers' strike. You know,
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, again,
talking
again, I
talking about movies with you is frustrating because I feel like we use the same words to mean very different things.
Uh, Gal doesn't know what the fuck a gamer is. He called us non-gamers. We clearly are, dipshit.
I know what a gamer is.
No, you
They
said we aren't gamers in the last Minecraft shorts.
as a joke, as a goof.
Well, it wasn't
it was
funny.
just a prank, bro.
It was just because you didn't know how to press the fucking space bar when you have an elytra on in midair. I guess that's what constitutes as what a gamer is.
One
Okay.
second there, I gotta change the device real quick.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yep, I think we're floundering at this point. I'll just list off every single plot hole. First,
All
why
right.
the mentor kid bothered teaching him. We already covered that. Is the world actually magic or not? I think I mentioned that. What even is
I
Gundala's
don't think
power? Oh yeah.
I don't think the second point is really a plot hole. It's just a part of the world building that's not really explored much.
Yeah, I think world building problems are also plot holes, but whatever. What the fuck? Okay. What even is Gundala's power? It's just rarely summon lightning. I guess he's durable, I guess, sure. Why does the good representative guy like Gundala? Oh yeah, there was a good representative guy, right? There's a good
Oh
rep.
my fucking yeah.
That
What are you
politician.
talking about?
The guy on the cabinet who's like he's got gray hair, he's got the beard, and he shoots Pencor.
Ah,
Like I was
oh
I don't
no,
wondering.
I
get
made a mistake.
yeah. I don't get that guy's deal. Okay, here's another thing. Here's another thing with the plot actually. How are we supposed to like the a big part of the movie is that they have to like get through legislation to like have the vaccine roll out
Yeah, that was
to
a
like
big
stop the
part.
poison, right?
Yeah.
And that's treated as like a big thematic moment, right?
Like when they
Like it's
passed the
supposed to
legislation, yeah,
yeah, but like then we find out
that it didn't matter
that the whole
anyways.
yeah, it was playing into the villain's hands. How are we supposed to feel about that afterwards? Because like
Like,
it's still it's presented as thematically important in the moment, but then afterwards it's like subverted. But I don't know what the subversion actually is. Like, what's the message in the subversion?
I mean, it was just a simple plot twist. The villain wins for a bit, and then the heroes are able to get back at him at the very end.
That's so there's just no meaning. It's all mechanism.
No, plot twists happen all the time. When the heroes think they're winning, and then the villain
Yeah, I
actually wins.
know. I know that's what's happening in the story, like mechanically, like thing happens. You know, like this is Act 3. This is where the heroes think they won, but then like they actually haven't. So we've raised the stakes. Like I know mechanically that's what's happening in like the writing, but
Yeah.
like it just suddenly the meaning of the scene is gone, and I don't know what replaces it.
That the villain wins, and you're supposed to feel kind of depressed.
Yeah, when I say meaning, I guess I mean like
Uh,
ideologically, what's the meaning?
Like, you mean what it means for the villain to win?
Yeah, because like when the legislation is passed, it's presented as yay, like finally the people in charge that actually represent us and our interests and stuff, right? Like that's what it means ideologically for that scene to happen in the moment. But then we find out that actually, um, like making the will of the people happen gets your kids crippled, I guess.
Right.
So like, is that the meaning? Is the meaning that you should never push for social change because there's the possibility that an evil guy is going to use your social change to cripple all your kids?
The villain always wins. That's what it meant. You idiot.
Man, this is a fucking great conversation we're having.
I don't know. I just don't really like, was it high, froofy, talking about meaning of every single scene thing. I'm
Well,
getting
why
a
did you
hit
ask us
block.
to do this then?
Stories have themes and ideas,
No,
Nappy, and I want to discuss them.
I did want to exactly that, but I think Gal's just getting a bit too ahead of himself. I'm getting a brain aneurysm. I think I'll just list off the rest of the plot holes now. What
Okay.
is it? Why did it take Sanchaka like 2 fucking seconds to fix the kid's headphone? Is it that good of a technician, or did the kid just forget to turn the on
I think they
switch?
just skipped. I think they
Yeah.
just sort of like time skipped it because
Yeah.
who would want to see that?
No.
I also
Okay, okay.
also like Sanchaka's been poor all his life, right? Like,
Like,
but
why would
he's
he?
been good. Yeah, but he's been good with electronics since he was a kid. Where did he get that expertise?
But he was scared of lightning. Ah, whatever. I guess it's not related.
Yeah. No, but like also he didn't have many electronics as a kid, and he never really got a lot of money as he grew up. So like, how does he know to do this shit? To like
I mean, there's a pretty
fix
big
up.
time skip between him as a child and then him as an adult, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything could have happened.
Okay. What's your next
The
plot hole?
only thing we see as with him as a kid related to electricity thingy is just him playing around with the lights.
Yeah, he was fixing the lights though.
And he was also
So-
really scared of lightning. Like, there's a
Yeah.
point about lightning always following him for some reason. I think that
Yeah,
just.
I think that was just. Yeah,
I think
that
that's
was
just the
just.
whole Gundala thing waking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was just a metaphor for the fact that he keeps getting struck by lightning.
God damn it. How
Okay,
does,
next plot hole. Yeah.
how does Gundala know where the bad guy is for meeting the good rep guy and the villain guy? I don't remember what Ray's
Which-
point was.
Which scene is this? Is this
Which
near the end
scene?
or?
Yeah,
The
because there's a lot of villains.
The one I just remember was the one with the villain guy, the violin.
Oh,
Well,
we already
it's
went
the-
over this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the crook. The
What?
gang
the
member
truck
sort
told
of
him
just
where he was?
Yeah.
yeah.
The gang member
Well,
was like,
not-
"You guys think we did it, but we actually know the guy who did do it."
Yeah, he said something like, "Oh, this guy is a very famous violinist, but why would
Yeah.
he be there during the accident?"
Yeah. Which.
And I guess how he knows
Yeah.
where the
Very.
violin guy is. I mean, he's a famous violin. You can
Yeah,
really
yeah.
just check up the ticket and where it's done.
Yeah. Also, I don't think we ever get to see him before he shows up on like the stage, so that's bad visual storytelling.
Wait, about the second
Yeah.
one, like, how did he know the violin guy was a villain?
Because he tried to
Because-
stab him.
Wait, Gundala saw that, and then he was like, I gotta defeat this guy with a violin.
He didn't really see it now so much as he was stabbed in the stomach and felt it.
Wait, what? When was he
Yeah.
stabbed in the stomach?
When
When they confronted each other, like when he
then how-
met with the violin
So you're
dude
saying
and
it was
like,
by
hey,
complete
why did you?
chance, and he was just in the Gundala costume?
No, he got the tip, and then he got the tip from the gang members, right?
Oh.
And then he went to confront the violin guy, and then when the violin guy is being interrogated, he pulled out his like
Violin.
his
knife.
violin stick thingy and then stabbed him.
I just don't remember the tip. Alright, thanks. The next one was, why was the violin evil guy had like a sharp blade at the end of his violin thing? Does he get attacked often?
Why
No, because-
wouldn't? Okay,
Because he's
if
crazy
you have
and
the
evil.
chance,
that's
if
what
you
I
have
said.
the choice
Yes.
to,
Yes, that's
if you have the
literally
choice
it.
to,
I don't.
if you have the choice to have a weapon to have a violin as a weapon. Would you deny it?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course it's cool, but it's not like why? Why does he have that?
A man gets struck by lightning and he gets lightning powers from it now.
I
Because
mean, we also know that he works for Pencor, so it might be that like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so
Okay.
something's happening right now. We have a
Yeah.
big plan. Get
I think
yourself ready, that sort of thing.
the thing with all of Pencor's minions is that they take the tools of their trade and make them into weapons.
Yeah.
Because like
Okay.
the doctor lady like brought syringes to her fight with Gundala.
And uses it as a
Knives.
knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your next plot
and-
hole, Neff?
Some
Right.
other guy used a hammer and a pick, which doesn't work as a weapon, really.
Comrade. Okay.
Alright, the next plot hole. Why, when Pencor said, "Who killed my violin guy?" the guy implied it was Gundala? Sure, he was there, but he didn't do anything to the violin guy. A car got rammed into him. Like, what?
Yeah, no. I wrote this in my notes. Like,
Yeah.
like, how did he die? I don't know, man. He just kind of like walked into the street and got hit by a car.
Yeah, the guy said like someone who thinks of himself as a hero, but like
What?
where did they get that from? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Wait,
I guess that just means we're gonna find out the bus guy is a superhero in the next movie. That's my headcanon.
I mean, maybe they sort of like put the two
Yeah.
and two together. Like, oh, okay, this guy shows signs of struggle. This guy actually used his violin knife. Maybe
Yeah.
that means he was being attacked by someone.
Yeah.
Who would
No,
attack him? Oh,
he got
this
ran
hero
over by a
guy.
vehicle.
Until eventually he got ran over by a vehicle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Matthew, what's your next plot hole?
I'm still not satisfied, but okay. How is the poison able to specifically only affect pregnant women? Because it's not a real
Oh.
poison, right?
I mean,
Yeah, because it's a superhero movie, I guess.
it's not really implied that the poison only shows up in pregnant. It's just like it only affects pregnant women. Like if you take menstruation pills, you won't expect to be affected by anything. It's just gonna affect women.
Yeah, I think that's literally what Naffy is. Yeah, I think that's literally what Naffy's talking about. Like how, like how doesn't like you would assume that something that would affect a person's like biological processes that much would have some effect on men.
I mean,
I mean, it probably does, but
just like
it doesn't
technically.
seem to be very important. It doesn't seem to be important enough to be mentioned, or it's just some random side effect.
Yeah. The real reason is because it doesn't matter to the plot.
Okay. I don't remember if
To
they
the
said.
plot of the movie and the.
I don't remember if they said it only affects pregnant women or they were only targeting pregnant women.
Yeah.
They said that
yeah.
it said that they're targeting. It affects. It does this to pregnant women, but they never specified what it does to non-pregnant people.
And they don't specify because it's not important to the plot. So.
The second plot hole. How is the poison supposed to make the baby somehow immoral? It was only questioned by the evil guy, and everyone was planning to delay the serum to see the effects, but nope.
I mean, okay, we talked about this earlier, and Gals even said that even the movie questioned what that exactly means.
Yeah, by the even villain guy. Lol.
And
I don't think it's a very bright idea to question how some made-up science thing in a movie works.
And also, it just it so happens that it's just fake. Also, like the poison doesn't do what Pencor said it did.
Really? It said that? I might have missed it.
That's literally the twist that's at the end of the movie.
No.
You were talking about twists for like a good 7 minutes earlier. What happened to that?
No, what I was confused about was that whether the original serum actually worked or not, because there was a detail that I might have missed. I was thinking it did still poison the babies.
I mean, it did definitely poison people because we saw
Yeah.
people dying after
Oh,
eating
so
rice.
then it did work. But
No,
It
they
did
didn't
do
die.
something.
They didn't die. That was just like a reaction. I think. Okay, this might be just my theory crafting brain here, but I think what it is that initial poison was like a setup, and then the second dose was supposed to be like the trigger.
Well, yeah, we
oh,
know that much. That's exactly what the villain explained to us. Like, okay,
Yeah,
the
but I don't.
first one is
But I
just what
don't think
it.
Naff. Yeah, I don't think Naffy got that though.
Okay,
Jesus. Okay. Some of these plot holes might just be because I did miss the detail or something. The second one.
definitely.
Oh, yeah. Why did no one notice the serum was being made by a subsidiary of Pencor's company? They literally asked for a background check on the drug company?
Yeah, I mean, just speaking like real life, that happens all the time. Like companies have shell companies that like obscure the identity of the person who actually owns them. Like that's just a thing that
Yeah,
happens in
Really?
real life.
Okay.
it's not exactly uncommon.
I mean, they did ask him to make a background check on the drug company, but I guess they also hid that, sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
but also the whole process was rushed, so they probably had like
yeah.
a week, 2 weeks at most.
Okay. Why were they even discussing on distributing the serum? Like, all of them were already made and ready to be distributed, so if it was declined, would thousands of gallons of serum would just be in a warehouse?
It was
I
it was
mean,
explained in during the actual trial. Like, if
yeah,
say they didn't have enough serum for everyone in the entirety of Indonesia, it would
Uh-huh.
make a big problem because hey, why didn't we get it? Is it just gonna be the people in the capital, that sort of stuff, and
yeah,
just create more riots?
it would cause social unrest. The other argument was that they didn't have enough like scientific information to work with. So what if the
Yeah,
serum has like unintended side effects?
Wait, no, wait, what? So if it was declined, it would be, uh,
it won't. If
if,
it was declined, it'll be postponed
Yeah,
until we know more about what's exactly going on.
yeah.
But
okay.
turns out, okay, we're just gonna give it to the people.
Did did me and Ray watch the same movie as you, Naffy?
Uh, Shut up. Okay, why was a lab report of the serum sent to the good guy? How was he able to understand it was the poison? Why would they send a report to the good guy that literally said the serum was poison?
Maybe because because he asked, and like if they declined, that would be kind of sus.
Uh, I mean, it's already sus that the background checks weren't being properly made, but okay.
Is that all? Is that all the plot holes?
No, I still got more. I'm surprised. Why did
Okay.
Pencors and his entire team go after Gundala? He hasn't done shit to Pencors at all. Why would they think Gundala would be able to stop them?
What do you
I
mean?
was
Hold
trying to
on, can you
question.
repeat that?
I was trying to question the fact of why Gundala and Pencor were related in the first place. Like, Gundala didn't interact with Pencor like much, if any at all.
Yeah,
Like until the
it
very end,
really.
of course.
Yeah, I do agree with you now. It does feel weird that in your first movie of your cinematic universe, you'd have the protagonist and the antagonist to be essentially strangers until literally the last like 20 minutes.
I did it. I did one good analysis. Who? Oh my god. What was this? When the guy said
Like,
Sunchok, yeah,
no,
feel free to say.
okay, another MCU related thing, but like,
Oh, god damn it.
people criticize the final villain of Iron Man 1 a lot, but at least like Tony Stark and Obadiah Stane, they were like business partners, right? Like there's something there.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, yeah,
I feel like there should be some like immediate connection between the antagonist and the
yeah,
protagonist. That's very immediate and obvious why there
yeah.
should be like
My
that.
my my thought when I first watched the movie is that Pencor should have been the guy who owned the factory where his dad worked.
But no.
Yeah, that's what I thought of first, but guess not.
Yeah, that just seems obvious, but I guess not. Like
After
it's
this,
superheroes. It's a superhero story. Dead dads are common, and like avenging your dead dad is super common.
next plot hole. When the guy said Sanchaka, the answer can be found within yourself, and then
Yes, I was gonna mention.
a lightning bolt
Oh my
struck him.
god,
Does
that
that mean
one.
that he can summon lightning?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It's the actual
Why?
scene itself too is so awkwardly like executed, right? Like it's literally like oh no, I'm gonna fail in my quest, and then the old mentor's like, no son, you have to believe in yourself, and then Sanchaka's just like, yeah, you're right, and then he does it. It's
Okay.
like it's straight out of a shonen, like a shonen anime or like a toku show.
I
It's
love
so
Fairy
funny.
Tail.
Something that confused me the most about that scene is because this implies that he can summon lightning, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
And his power was reliant on getting lightning somewhere else.
yeah,
This sort of just
Uh,
ruins what I thought his powers were supposed to be. I thought he was
yeah,
supposed to be like a battery, but turns out he
yeah.
can summon his lightning.
I think it's more like if Thor was just Mjolnir, but like if Mjolnir
Yeah.
was a person.
wait.
Which actually, Thor Ragnarok, that is kind of what he is, huh?
Ah, I don't know. My idea
I don't
was
watch
that like
Ragnarok.
um pre-motivated Gundala just sort of digivolved after.
Digivolved.
Your Gundala has evolved into Thor.
Oh
That's
wait.
fucking, that's great.
Unrelated note. Can Shazam summon lightning?
Yes, but it's a special
Oh,
lightning. It's not like
special.
it's specifically magic lightning from the gods that transforms him into a superhero.
Oh, okay. Next plot hole. Who was the girl that like flipped over the van filled with serum? I might have just been hallucinating and it was actually Gundala, but I
Yeah,
really doubt it.
No. That's
I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know who that is either. My brother said it
that's
was his mom.
no, it's
Mom?
not. It's not. That's
Definitely not.
yeah, that's Sri Asi. She's another superhero in the Bumi Langit
What the
comic
fuck?
universe.
Why was she
She's basically
here?
because it's sequel, it's universe building, Naf. It's a cinematic universe.
They made it.
This is a very forced building. There's no.
They didn't make it clear at all. It was a new superhero.
She just showed up for
Yeah.
3 seconds and disappeared.
So based on what she did to that truck, is her power that she has a magic scarf?
I thought it was like
I don't know. I just heard.
telepathy or
I just
super
saw
strength
she
or
threw
something.
something and the car flipped.
Yeah. Yes, that's Sri Asi. That's the cute anime girl I sent into Discord.
Oh, she's a superhero?
Yeah.
I thought that was just
Her-
a romantic interest. No?
No. Her superhero name is just like a normal name, I guess.
Can you tell her what she does? What's her superpower?
I'll check. I didn't actually look into it. I just saw
I
her
mean,
cute
judging
character arc.
from her design, it definitely has something to do with her scarf thing.
Yeah,
She's
I've only ever
joking.
heard her describe as like the Indonesian Wonder Woman. So she's like,
Yes.
Ah, yes, the Indonesian. What was her weapon? The whip thing. I forgot. Damn it.
This time it's a scarf.
okay,
She's
hold
Lisa
on.
Lisa.
I'm on her Wikipedia page. So
Oh my
Sri
God.
Asi, real name Nani Wijaya, is an heiress of a rich family, and the reincarnation of the goddess Sri.
Huh.
When she uses the holy words goddess Asi, she becomes the superhero Sri Asi, a superpowered woman with the ability of like super martial arts, and she has the strength of 250 men.
Super martial arts? Is that
Yes.
just regular
Yes.
martial arts?
Yes, but very good.
Okay.
Suriasi also has the ability of flight, a durable body,
Adorable
and the
body.
Triwi car. Yeah,
Durable, napkin.
Oh, okay, I'm
durable.
sorry.
Durable.
And she has the Triwi Karma, which is a power from the god Vishnu, which allows her to duplicate herself and enlarge her body.
Uh,
I-
I'm getting turned on
That
already.
seems right up your alley, napkin.
Thanks. I'm
So she can
definitely gonna watch
clone
this one.
herself, and she can make herself giant.
All right. Without talking about my boner too much, here's the next one. Why doesn't anyone question the fact that the bottles of serum just inexplicably exploded?
We do actually see someone read like a newspaper, like not a
Yeah,
newspaper, but like
like
a
an
news
article.
site.
But
Yeah, on like an article on what's happened.
but none of the pregnant women who were at the scene question why the bottles of serum just inexplicably exploded.
Because
they
it
look pretty
wasn't there wasn't a scene showing that.
Yes,
It just
there
sort of
was.
cut back
There
to
was.
Gundala.
There was a scene where they were at
Afterwards,
the. What? Say that again.
afterwards, they then
Yeah.
show the people being in relief, saying like, "Oh, thank God we haven't been injected," and people who have been injected sort of crying in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
but-
they look pretty confused. I think we were just meant to take it as them being confused and like not ever getting an actual explanation.
Oh God, it's
I
been
mean,
infested
the
zombies.
people know about Gundala. Like
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess I get that.
he's pretty well known everywhere. So if the article just says, "Oh yeah, Gundala did something to break it," then they probably just accept it.
No, that seems too trusting of the people. Like, how are they privy to that information? Like, sure,
I mean,
they.
to be fair, if you live in that sort of like dystopian world, you would try to cling on to every little hope you can get.
No,
And if that
but
hope just happens to be Gundala,
their hope was also the vaccine. So,
which turns out to not be hope at all.
yeah, but
Yeah.
before
Um,
they knew Gundala was going to explode it, how did they know? How did they know the vaccines were bad?
I don't think it matters that much to the plot
Fine.
now.
How
Fucking
do
you
they know the
nitpick fucking
vaccine is
asshole.
bad before Gundala exploded it? Is that what you mean?
No, after.
They didn't.
Yeah, they
Oh,
didn't.
okay. Also,
Uh,
Naf, I will. I'm sorry to report, I am on Suriasi's official like character bio
No.
on the Boomerang site, and it says that her ability to increase her size and multiply is
No.
an ability she rarely
Don't tell me.
used.
Ignorance is bliss. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but next one. Is Gundala like Oz or Kuga, where he was just the legend being revived, and the second movie is going to be about that? I mean, that'll go against the whole oppression message in the first movie, so that's stupid.
Yeah, like that. It doesn't like disregard it or anything. It just doesn't connect
Just doesn't
whatsoever.
mention it.
We
Okay.
haven't seen the second movie, so we can't really make
Yeah.
assumptions.
Also, the
Yeah.
second movie is not going to be the second movie in this cinematic universe is not going to be Gundala. It's going to be Suriasi. So
Yeah, I know. It's not going to be about oppression, is what I mean. Like, the main message, I guess.
yeah,
I mean, that's
probably
what
not.
it's meaning to, implying, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's
Considering
a different movie.
Sriyasi seems to be more on the rich side of the spectrum,
Oh.
like you said so as
Rich
yourself.
people are
right?
good.
Yeah, they're good now.
Yeah, like maybe that's just gonna be her realizing what
Being
this
poor
is
really
doing
means
to
you
the
become
other
Sophia the
common
First.
people, and like
My
her
guess is that
standing
it's
up for
just going to
them.
be. Yeah, my guess is just going to be it's going to be like I don't know. It's just going to be like a girl power movie probably.
What the hell's a girl power movie?
I mean, like, huh?
A magical
Like
girl.
like a. Yeah, sure, kind of like that.
Yeah. You can change size at will, right? That's definitely what happens.
I don't know if they're gonna adapt that part into the
God damn
movie
it.
universe now.
I mean, what was the original powers in Gundala? He can just control lightning, right? And that's what he did in the movie.
Let me.
He's a battery essentially.
Yeah, no. Let me see what what his official character bio says. Let's see. His powers is that he can control lightning with his hands. He has a lightning punch, and he can run really fast.
When
Cool.
was that ever shown?
When did
In
he
the
run
comic.
really fast?
In the comic.
Okay.
Alright.
Fucked up that Gundala can't fly. Like, he got that like costume at the end of the movie. I was
Yeah.
so expecting.
He had wings.
I was so
and suit and everything.
Yeah, I was so expecting like him to like furl out those wings like the Falcon.
Would be cool if he can just sort of turn into lightning and fly off as
Oh my
strike
god.
That'd be rad, but I don't know if we have the budget for that. Yeah. Is there any other plot holes you're gonna talk about?
Nope, I'm done.
All right.
Finished.
So, closing thoughts on Gundala. We've been kind of spending the last few
Hours.
like few minutes, hours of this like just dunking on this movie.
And
It's fine. It's okay. If you want some good like fast-paced action, like it's fine.
I mean,
it feels like it has almost the same feeling as a shit, I forgot what it's called again.
It doesn't
Hold on,
feel
you
like
continue
anything.
what you were saying.
It doesn't feel like anything. You're just kinda looking at it. You know what? As a testament to how like good it is, I wrote down at least, I don't know, 15 plot holes. 9 of them were all false. So turned out this movie's actually a lot more solid than I thought it was. Yeah, it was just a lot more well thought out. So, but the villain's
Yeah.
motive is really stupid. That's one thing for certain.
I'm still trying to understand the villain's motive. I'm pretty sure there is a motive somewhere. Like, something about that makes sense, but I
Something
don't
about
really
it.
get what exactly.
But,
He
like,
just seems like a
yeah.
madman.
But also the fact that you have to go. I'm sure there's a motivation here somewhere.
Yeah, that's
is like a
already
sign that
it's bad. That it's not thought out.
that
well,
it's bad visual storytelling. Yeah. I don't really have any grand points to make about Gundala because I don't think Gundala has any grand points to make about Gundala. So
yeah.
I guess that's where we're ending this. It's a fine movie.
Gundala doesn't really have a character to say anything about anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Also,
Like,
Not a
there's
very
one-
charismatic hero, I guess.
Yeah, there's one moment where they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "The people." And I'm like, "What? When did that happen?"
I want to.
Just
There
is.
is something that I want to see eventually in
Right.
like the next movies. It's like, so these people, the ones with powers, are like a reincarnation of some god, right?
Probably, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
You're talking about Sriasi?
Yeah, Sriyasi and whoever the hell Gundala's host is.
Okay.
Do you think they'll
Zeus.
ever like have an arc where they sort of question like who they actually are? Like,
Yeah.
am I this person I've been since I was born, or am I more this god's reincarnation?
Wasn't there like a
That'd be a
crossover movie happening sometime? Like Patriot? Was that
I mean,
the movie called?
Yeah, the Patriots. That's definitely going to happen at some point.
Ah, yes, the Indonesian Avengers.
Yes.
God, that sucks so bad.
Name me a more iconic crossover.
They should change the name. I don't know if the Patriots is.
What,
I don't
what do you
like that one.
suggest?
It's like the Avengers, but everyone's Captain America.
Yeah, like I think the thing I'm scared about is that they're gonna have the superheroes all be like kind of like patriotic, like symbols of Indonesian culture, and it's like I'm fine with like some of them being that, but like I think some of them should also be representative of different things.
Like what?
Like I don't know, like science or like maybe like a certain like power set that isn't like based entirely off like an aesthetic or power set that's not based entirely off of like an Indonesian like myth thing? Because
I guess.
like
I don't
Batman's
think
not.
it will though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who else is going to be on the Patriots. I just know there's going to be Gundala and there's going to be Sriasi, and they're
Yeah.
both like very Indonesian, like aesthetically.
It's just an aesthetic thing,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
There's a lot of
I
different
mean,
things about them. I don't know about the message of each of them. Like, are they all just
yeah,
really into Indonesia and that's what's connecting all of them? If that's what it is, then
yeah.
I guess I'm
I
fine.
don't know. I
Hold
think
on a
my
second.
main
I gotta
takeaway.
look at that picture again.
Yeah, I think
I
my
don't
main
That cute
takeaway.
particularly.
girl.
Hold on 1 second. Which part of Gundala's aesthetic looks Indonesian exactly? I don't see
Just
it
like
because
She's
the
very
theming of
brown.
like, it's supposed to be like a Garuda theme, right?
Garuda?
Yeah, like the
guess
bird.
I guess like those wings on his ears, but that's about it. I don't see
Yeah,
anything else. Or am I missing
God
something?
damn it, we're stuck here.
no, that's it. That's it mostly. That's it mostly.
Wow, those
That's
are
it.
great closing thoughts on Gundala the movie.
Okay.
Everyone say a number out of 10, and that's what you think the movie is. In 3, 2, 1, 7.
Pineapple.
6.
It's also a 6 for me.
Actually, 7 is way too, what is it? Forgiving.
High. Yeah. So 6. We're all
Above
sixes here.
average? Eh,
It's a
6.
good movie if you just want to see some
Yeah,
action and not really pay attention to the story. But
But that's it.
story-wise, it's like they
this is
forgot what
above
subtlety
average.
means.
Yeah.
Hey, they're
Okay,
constantly screaming at you, "Hey, we're gonna make a sequel!"
let me let me tell you, every single one of Joko Anwar's movies are like that. They're all snuff, they're never subtle. That's just the thing to look forward to. Just a
I think
question.
my main. Yeah. I think
Like,
my main takeaway. What?
are you all interested in watching another one of his movies?
Sure. Which one?
All of them are snuff. Yeah, I don't think
I
it
I
matters.
really want. I really want to watch Arisan.
Arisan.
Yes. And
I'll be
the only
honest,
reason I.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Which one's Arisan?
Gundala is the first Indonesian movie I've watched from beginning till end.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Arisan
even
from what?
Lasang Pelangi,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Arisan, from what I can gather, is a romantic comedy drama style. And the only reason I'm interested in it personally is because it's apparently the first Indonesian movie that features like a gay romance. Not as like the
Ooh.
main one, but like some side characters.
And
Wait, what was the title again? 'Cause
Arisan with an
I might
yeah,
actually no, I
Arisan
do not
with
recognize
an
this.
with an exclamation mark.
and it's very homophobic, and every gay person
I mean,
should die.
I am expecting that, but I just want to know what that's like.
Is it just like a small plot point, like, hey, here's two gay characters, or is that the main story?
No, it's not the main story, but they are like secondary characters.
Okay.
Like it's not the main. It's an ensemble cast, and they're part of the ensemble.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Friends if Joey was gay. I think really the main thing that I'm gonna take away from Gundala is I kind of want to check out the webtoon because
The anime girls. That's
mostly
definitely
mostly
why.
because Suriase is kind of a cutie.
Yes. Well, that's the main takeaway. We're all very
Yeah.
horny teenagers, and that's the only reason to watch it.
Yeah. Is that it?
The main girl is
Is there
hot.
are we just gonna end on a anime girl cute?
Yes.
I guess that's on brand. That's on brand for you.
You all bend to my
I'm not gonna
whims.
comment
That's the
on that.
morale. That's the morale of this. It's my channel.
Oh my god, maybe the plan actually did work and we're the
Yes.
immoral generation.
The poison did
God.
work. I told you it was a fucking plot hole. Y'all suck. Actually, I do have one.
I don't know why she's got like two different costumes in the line web one. One of them is like her classic one, which is like a bustier, and one of them's like a halter top. And I don't know why there's like two versions of her costume in this one.
Does he look like a magical girl at least?
Her main, like the one I sent to you guys, definitely looks like a magical girl, right?
Yes.
Not really.
It looks magical girl adjacent.
I mean, she's wearing a skirt, I guess.
She looks more like
It's
like
not
the typical sort of
battle
goddess
costume, I
character
guess.
than a magical
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Aqua-sama.
She looks like she kind of has like She-Ra, like the 2018 She-Ra kind of vibes with her costume.
How long
Yeah,
was
I
this?
can see it.
Oh. It's like an hour and 40. Alright, everyone say bye.
Bye.
I
We're gonna cut out all that stuff about her costume, right? We can just.
No, we're keeping it in. I'm still recording. Let's all fuck. Everyone here has agreed to have a huge orgy. Goodbye.